Well, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So as you guys can see today, I have a really cool military Jeep to take a look at today. This is a World War II era Willys military Jeep that US would have used in World War II. And it has a lot of very realistic features. You have this tarpaulin, they call it, that you can attach, which I obviously already did. You don't have to use it, but you can attach it and you tie it down here in different points. And this would give some, cover to the soldiers when they're out in inclement weather, and they can put this on and take it off. You also have a fully functional winch on the front here, which I'll show you guys in a little bit. You just have to attach it with some screws, and then you plug it in underneath this little access panel right here. And that's where you're gonna plug it in under there. Now this uses just a 2-cell lithium ion pack that's right here. And they give you a USB charger, of course, to charge it up. Now it has fully functional working front headlights, rear tail lights, and turn signals as well. And as you can see, it's very, very detailed. You have a shovel and an axe here on the side. You have your stick shift inside of here, different levers for controlling different things on the Jeep. Just really, really detailed. You have your spare gasoline tank here on the rear and some numbers and stuff written on it. And the tires are some of the nicest tires that I've seen on something more of this type. They're just, it feels like they're foam filled. The rubber's really nice. Like it just has a really nice tires on this RC Jeep. Now the controller is just a small, toy grade style plastic controller. But when you fire this up, and I'll go ahead and turn it on so you guys can see, you have your on and off switch here on the bottom. And just go ahead and turn it on here. And now we can see the headlights. So there they are. And then you have on the rear here, the tail lights. And if I steer it, you'll see here the turn signals. And it's pretty quick. It's fully proportional. So it's not all or nothing steering, and fully proportional on the throttle as well. So what I'm gonna do is, we got quite a bit of snow here, so I'm gonna take it out and try to drive it around. Now I can't drive it through the thick snow, we have way too much snow, but areas where we have a little bit still on the concrete and such, I'd like to try that out. But I'm gonna try to use the winch and maybe see if I can mound up some snow and maybe put like an aluminum can or soda can into the snow. So I need something to attach the winch to and just show you guys. But I can just go ahead and feed some of it out here right now. Just about hit the reverse, just about drove it off the table. But the winch controls are here. So this is your winch controls, and this is says light control. So you actually have some other light. I didn't know that, so that's pretty cool. If you turn this little button, it turns an auxiliary light on there. I had not seen that. Let's see, is there anything else that comes on with that? I think it's just that one front light. So if you're driving this Jeep around and this person needed an extra spotlight, that's what they'd be able to do, to turn that on to be able to look around with. I didn't notice that at the moment on the controller. But yeah, you go ahead and you just press these and you can feed the winch out here. And then if I press the right one, it'll feed it in, it'll pull it in. If I hold it, I should be able to pull the Jeep. Now you can see there it goes. Really, really neat. All right, guys, that's enough for the table overview. Let's get it out in the snow and see how well this Jeep performs, so I'll be right back. Okay, let's get the military Jeep out in the snow for a little bit of fun today. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna test out that winch. I got an aluminum can over here. It's in the snow, and I tested it out once, and it does work, at least to pull the Jeep up. Obviously, not gonna get it all the way over the top in the setup, but I wanna let you guys see the winch, and then we'll take it for a little bit of a test run around. So let me get the winch attached, and I'll be right back. All right, let's see if this works. I'm just gonna press the right button here, and we'll see if it starts pulling it up the side of the snow here. And it is. Is it gonna pull it up? Oh, it's pulling the can some. Oh, is it gonna pull the can? Oh, that worked pretty well. So yeah, the winch works really well, and it's very, very powerful. So I'm just gonna let out some excess here so I can get it off of the can. I'm just going to pull it off the can here if I can. Go ahead and pull in the excess on the winch. Let's go ahead and get this out now and drive it around. You can see it's pretty quick. I mean, it's not fast, but it's a little faster than I thought it would be. It's just a really neat looking Jeep. We got quite a bit of snow here, but today is around freezing, so it's not nearly as unbearable as it was yesterday in the teens. And the day before, right after the snow, we were just barely above 0 Fahrenheit. So I don't know if you can see, I don't think you're gonna be able to see the tail lights. You can certainly, I can see the headlights here, at least with sunglasses on. I'm filming this in 4K HDR today. I'm trying it out. It's a little lower frame rate, but I wanted to see how they work with the bright snow and everything, to see if we could get some really nice colors in this video. Let's take it over here where the snow's a little lower. Wind came through here and drifted it, so it's a little lower. We probably can drive it around in here. Well, I thought we could. It may have broken through. It's just the snow's getting hard on the top. So if the Jeep breaks through that, it's hard to get out of that. But there we go. Otherwise, you can see the drifts over here are, you know, probably 3 feet deep. So there's places where, you know, this Jeep can't go through the snow here where it's at its normal depth, because it's just way bigger than this Jeep. These areas here where the snow had drifted, I think we can probably go through it a little bit here, as you can see. But over here, it's just way too deep. It's trucking through. We're gonna get out. Let's see if we can work it out there. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna dig down now. That's where in real life we need some boards or some sand. Can you make it through? Ooh. And we made it out. Good old 4-wheel drive Jeep. Now I think we may have some snow, even though this is a dry snow. There may be a little snow packing in the wheels there. You can see the Jeep's kind of wobbling. And that's just because of some snow setting it out of balance. When we make it up here, we just try to run up. Oh no. Yeah, it's really wobbling. You can see snow's packing. You can see some fell off the wheels and maybe even on the axle. Ugh. Now doing the winch, of course, I was just using the winch all by itself. I imagine, you know, if you use the wheels with the winch, I don't know. I mean, I don't really use winches much, so I would think the wheels, if you move on the ground like that, you'd probably go faster than the winch is pulling. So I think you just want to depend on the winch. But I suspect if you're going up the steep part where the winch is really starting to struggle, you give it some, use your wheels, might help out a little bit too to get going. But yeah, the winch worked really well, just pulling it up the side there. Ram into that. Oh, we tipped over. I figured that might happen. It is a little bit top heavy with the, you see some snow packing in there. A little top heavy with that, I forget what they call that, tar, I forget what they call it. It's a canvas-like thing, but I forget the name. I used it in the table review. It's not a word I'm familiar with. Tarpaulin, I think, something like that. Is it tarpaulin? That might have been what it was. Yeah, I mean, it's not quick, but I think it was a little faster than I expected it would be. But very cool, very authentic looking. If you're into RC and military, this is a no-brainer. This is made by JJRC. I just got it in a styrofoam box, and it had the instructions with it, but nothing that I could see said JJRC. But when you look at the name, it's a C along with 8s or 3s. It's 4 digits after the C. It'll be in the, most likely in the title of this video. And even though it doesn't say JJRC, that's always what JJRC uses on their RC cars anymore. So it is JJRC. And my friend Dave down in Australia reviewed this a while back, and I forgot about that. He told me, and he said, yeah, it's JJRC. So thanks, Dave, for pointing that out. Looking at the name though, I definitely caught it once I looked at the name. I ordered it, I just didn't pay close attention that it was a JJRC, but that's good to know because JJRC stuff is pretty solid. It's decent stuff, and it means parts are going to should be pretty readily available because you know it's JJRC and not some one-off company that you don't know of. So this is probably the first RC I ever had with a winch, so I think I did everything right with that. But like I said, I don't know like how much would you use your wheels. You guys can let me know down in the comments when you hook a winch up. I know you're letting the winch pull it, but once you start to go up the incline, does a person in real life give a little bit of gas to the wheels to help, you know, climb the side of the hill? Because when you're hooked up here initially, you know, the winch is gonna be slower than the car. You make slack, but I wonder when you get up the side of the hill and it's pulling when it slows down the wheels, does a person ever give it gas in a car to help with the winch? Or does that just create more problems? I don't know. So if you're listening to this part of the video, and a lot of people don't stick around this long, but let me know, do you ever use the wheels to help with the winch? All right, guys, that's getting pretty repetitive, and it's still a bit chilly out here without gloves on. So if you're interested in this, I'll be a purchase link down in the video description to AliExpress, where I got this. They were kind enough to sponsor this video. And I think it was like 50, I think it was 49 or 59. I mean, I did buy it through the website, and I think it was maybe around 49 to 59. I can't remember which number, but it's under 60 bucks. And I think it was free shipping. For something like this, it's this authentic looking and has the winch and the headlights and the tarpaulin and all that. I think it looks really awesome. And it's a pretty good deal, I think. Definitely a good deal. All right, guys, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. While you're at it, click the bell. That way you're notified when I upload new videos. And as always, guys, have a wonderful day.